How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. I hope you're having an absolutely fabo-dabo day today.
Absolutely magical day. Guys, today's video we're going to be talking about jet.
Jet black.
Jet black is right. Or
jet brown.
jet brown.
Because it comes in brown and black.
Does anything? Jet. Not too sure if you're familiar with it. It wouldn't be, it's not even a mineral. What about a big
No, it's not a crystal. It's not actually a mineral, though you often see it under minerals. It's actually a mineraloid, mineral oil. So mineral, sorry, a bit of a tongue twister that one, which means it actually, rather than minerals come from rock, some type of rock formation base, the mineraloid actually comes from a plant base.
Oh yeah, because it would have been trees, imagine a couple of millions of years ago in fact, and trees would have fell down, they would get compressed, and then it would become like a coal-like substance, and that's what jet is. And it's a wonderful, we'll call it a stone for this here purpose because it's going to be too awkward calling them a crystalloid,
mineraloid,
android.
Sounds like some of alien.
Celluloid. But basically what you want to do is, it's just a wonderful stone to have. It's been used for thousands of years, I guess, but I say genuinely most people would know it from the Victorian era, where people used to carve brooches and rings and things like that, especially the mourning brooches. Queen Victoria, when she went into mourning, when the husband, what was he called? King Albert? Or would he be called Prince Albert?
Prince Albert, I think, wouldn't it?
Prince Albert. When he died, of course, she went into mourning and started wearing all the black. She's a bit of a drama queen in that context, but basically she would have had brooches, and then of course it became fashionable then that people started to wear mourning brooches, and most homes...
Not mourning as morning and afternoon and evening, mourning as in grief.
You could wear it morning, noon and night if you wanted to, but basically every home, most homes I should say, would have had a mourning brooch. So when a loved one died and they went to the funeral, they would have put on the mourning brooch, and the mourning brooches would have been carved out of jet, and also rosary beads and things like that. But basically Whitby in England became the centre of excellence when it came to carving. They had the best craftspeople there, and still to this day Whitby would be notorious to be the place to get the jet. Whitby jet's very famous, It's found on the beach, just wishes ashore, so could you imagine living there? It'd be absolutely fantastic.
Wow, and imagine the energy of all that jet living around you. Wow.
It's been used for protecting against negative psychic attacks.
Great for psychic protection, isn't it? Like a shield. Mm-hmm.
People would have put, the eye onto it and to block the evil eye, or their own amulets. They would put their own inscription onto it to stop it. We would use it for the like of grounding, but it's also great for anybody who's stressed out, for depression. We have found it very good working with it ourselves. Great for placing it on the base chakra. And to say anybody, women especially.
Oh, but I tell you what, jet is fantastic for menstrual problems as well. It's absolutely, like any type of stomach upset as well, digestive, jet is wonderful. But for period pains, PMS, or anything like that, women related, it's just fantastic. It really is a great pain reliever. You lie there, put it onto your tummy, use it with the moonstone as well, which is another lovely one. Amethyst as well, a great pain reliever. Use them along to that. It's absolutely fantastic for relieving. It's amazing how it works, but you have to try it to believe it. It really does ease the pain. So there's something in jet that actually helps. The energy jet helps to minimise the pain. It has a numbing effect, so it's brilliant for that. I found it really, really useful.
Well, me being a man, obviously I have no experience of period pains, unless Lynn hits me.
During that time, the stress temper.
But to tell you a wee short story, when I just got into the crystals, and I got a lovely piece of jet.
Yeah,
a lovely piece of jet in Galway, which is on the west coast of Ireland, and it was probably about twice the size of that.
Massive, wasn't it?
And I only had it about a month, and I was working with it, but something came to my mind. I started a new job, and I was working with a girl there. She was a manager of the, she was a pharmacist actually, but she was a manager of the shop, and in my mind, I woke up and I said to Lynn, I think that jet wants to go. I won't mention the girl's name. And I said, wants to go, but I'm going to bring it in. And I only started in the job, so I didn't want to come across like a complete nutcase. But the fact of the matter is I used to take a sage out, so they knew I was open, they knew I was into energy. And I walked in and I said to her, look, just bear with me here. I said, but this is for you, I think. And I said, I'm not too sure if you work with, and I knew she was a pharmacist, I said, I don't know if you work with disabled children or somebody close to you works with disabled children, but this has to go to somebody who works with disabled children. But she, of course, eyes went open like, you know, as if a deer was, a car lights were just in her, pulled, the eyes went open. And she said, well, look, my girlfriend, my partner, works with disabled children, teaching them horse riding and things like that. And I said, well, that's good enough for me. Give up with them a blast. And she said, what to do with it? And I said, just tell her to, you know, sleep with it, but try to sit and meditate with it and see what she picks up. Well, the next day, cut a long story short, the girl came in and she turned and said, Sean, you're not going to believe what happened. Her partner lay with the jet on her tummy, and it was the first night, that's the way she described it, it was the first night that during her menstrual cycle that over 20 years, she said basically that she had, pain had went instantly. And over the months that I worked in that job, the girl had never got any period pains in all that time using the jet. Now, I didn't tell her about, I knew nothing about the jet aspect of the, you know, the menstrual cycle, but the fact of the matter, she intuitively placed it on her abdomen and the pain went. So I can definitely say that.
And I can talk from experience, it is really good for that, I have to say. Don't ask me how it works, like all crystals.
Who knows?
People say, how do they work? I don't know. Do you know, crystal energy is something that, you know, people laugh and go, it's all a load of rubbish. But until they've actually tried working with them and actually using them, they'll realise that they do work. We just don't know how they work. Yeah. And, you know, don't ask me how the jet helps relieve pain, but it does. And I find, you know, if you have bad cramps, you know, jet is really does, as soon as you put it on, it just eases the pain. And the same, now even more so with using it with amethyst and moonstone as well, even better still using it together. It is just remarkable. But even on its own, it just works. And also it's a toothache as well, put it on. It's a great pain relief. I think it's also second to amethyst on that.
And everybody's going to be different, as we always say in the videos.
Everyone is different.
That's why we don't ridicule the books at the end of the day, but we can take them on board and you can actually look at them and, you know, you can learn from them. Of course you can. Everybody's experience is different. We can only share you our experiences, but we also touch on what the books are telling you. But the fact of the matter is that's why we can't agree with the books and the other videos.
Everyone is individual.
Because everybody's different. Every crystal, every mineral, every stone, every person is completely unique individuals. We may resonate in the same frequency, same vibration to be within the same reality. But the fact of the matter is every single person is different. So what you're drawn to, you know, to help you out, is going to be completely different from what I'm drawn to or what Lynn's drawn to. It just so happened that I gifted a piece of jet to a person that I had known nothing about. It worked. I didn't tell her about the menstrual because I didn't know, because I was only into it at that stage. But the fact of the matter is try it. And I think they are cheap. I don't think they're.
I mean, well, you can get like tumblestones in jet for relatively a few euros or dollars or pounds, depending where you are. But obviously, big pieces can fetch a lot of money because it's getting rarer and rarer.
Guys, there you go. That's the video on jet. I hope you like it. Try it out and see, as Lynn says. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to us for weekly updates. You could follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And you can also take a trip over to our Dreaming of Avalon meditation channel where we put up meditation music and things like that. It's a wonderful place just to relax and chill out.
Totally chill out. So thank you all so much for watching. And I send you loads and loads of love and happiness from Ireland as always. And until the next video. Bye.
See you later, guys.